You're just an asshole.
Most normal guy, yeah.
The only common man left here.
All right, it is Pick Central, Barstool's daily gambling show, brought to you by the Barstool Sportsbook. I got to tell you about it real quick. Barstool Sportsbook, they have Barstool exclusives like picks and parlays from people like Brandon Walker, El Prez, Big Cat, and other smaller, less significant personalities to follow or fade. You got tons of ways to bet. You got daily odds boost, including the GPS. That's Marty's Good Player Score Parlay and Big Ev's Parlay, which is available tonight. Live in-game bets, move to the line plus teasers, and Parlay Plus to bet within same games or across sports. It's easy to navigate and use. That has data and content to keep you informed. It's easy and secure registration at the Barstool Sportsbook and more ways to deposit and withdraw. Download today. Use code PICK to create an account. You get a $1,000 new player bonus. If your first bet loses, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Must be 21 or over to play, to participate. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Hello, sir.
How are you, Brandon?
It is Stu Feiner in the building today.
Ready to roll. Can you hear me? Am I okay?
I got you. Okay. Not only is Stu Feiner in the building today, the Godfather is with you?
Yes. I brought my father in, Howie Feiner, the Godfather. And, a lot of people he's going to see for the last time. They're going to go to Chicago, not see them.
Sure.
Plus, with his health, it's, unpredictable. So brought him in. He's so excited. I gave him the tour of the third floor and the second floor. Loved it a lot. And everybody, he loves seeing everybody. It makes him feel young. So, he's 86. And, we're going to ride into the sunset as high as possible. We're going to see everything, go to everything. He wants to go to a Ranger game. So I'm going to set up that New York Ranger game for him, and we're going to jam it out. I got a couple of props that I think are bettable.
Real quick, Stu, if you had to rank his 10 best moments in the office, could you do that?
His 10 best moments in this office?
Yeah.
Well, this is his third time
if you were
here.
to rank a top 10, what would it be?
He was on the Sports Advisor show with Dave and took pictures with Dave and Big Cat. I would say that's his number one moment because he showed them to everyone. Loves Dave, loves Big Cat. When Dave's on Tucker Carlson, he calls me before, an hour before, and half hour before, 10 minutes before, while it's on. Hey, Dave's on Tucker. So I would say that would be his number one moment.
All right.
2 through 10 would be seeing the drop dead gorgeous, beautiful women at Barstool. So that's the one, and then 2 through 10 is all women. 4 quick futures.
Speaking of, he's on the move.
Yes, he's on the move. He's ready to roll. 4 quick futures. I like Gonzaga at 35-1.
I do too.
I love Indiana at 25-1, and I think right now, if you're asking me who's going to win the NCAA tournament, it's going to be the Indiana Hoosiers. I love the Hoosiers. I love Indiana. I love their guard play. They have the best player in the country, regardless of what everybody else says about everybody else. I also will bet a little more, not as shot in the dark. I think Purdue and Kansas obviously are live at 9-1. I do not like Purdue. They can't, you press them full court, they can't get the ball past half court. They're a pure half court offense. And Kansas obviously can repeat if they hit the 3. If they hit the 3, they're the best team. But I believe that since there is it's so wide open right now. Alabama can't score. Houston can't score. Who else is number one? Tennessee can't score. Who's are these number ones that just keep they're number one and then they lose? They can't score. I've never seen teams play such great defense and cannot score the rock. So I'm quickly banging out. It's an honor to be here. God bless everyone. I would bet Indiana Hoosiers right now for our best bet at plus 25-1. I love you. God bless you. May God be with you.
Thank you, Stu Feiner.
Thanks, Stu.
Dynamite appearance. Shout out to the Godfather out there. And true to form, I guess the Feiner men. The Godfather out there just wheeled his way over and is absolutely just hitting on the women in the lobby.
Alabama scores.
Alabama can't score. We got to let him have his moment.
Alabama scores.
They murder, but they can score.
Yeah, Alabama scores. And I don't think Trace Jackson Davis is the best player in the country.
No,
we're talking about Scafino.
He's doing.
Oh, he was talking about the guy but he's hot now, right? I mean, it's not like
he's not even close to the best.
He's a freshman coming into his own. He's gonna be like a lottery pick.
He's not the best player though.
Well, he's not according to Stu.
You think he was talking to him or Trace Jackson Davis?
Got to be with him. He said Alabama can't score, so he could have been talking about Miller Kopp for all we know.
I have a bunch of futures I put in yesterday too.
Oh, it's future time.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. I have Arkansas, which I really
I think you're falling too in love with them.
No, I like betting teams that are getting healthy now and playing good ball.
I have Arkansas too.
Well, conference tournament futures too are going to start hitting the board that I think are great.
Creighton, Marquette, And then I have, I think I'm going to pull the trigger today. I'm not going to say it yet.
Let me ask you all a question, and this is when I think of a future, I really do this. Can you picture, and I think I've said it on the show, can you picture Creighton holding up the trophy with confetti raining down? I can't see the Creighton Blue Jays doing that.
I can.
Creighton?
Because then, honestly, if you ask yourself that question, you can honestly, and it still could go true for you.
Has there ever been a team that won it where, like, you were wrong about that analysis?
Like,
I don't think. I mean, has anybody won in the last 20 years that wouldn't have fit that before?
Yeah.
Who?
Well,
who?
I honestly wouldn't have seen Baylor doing it.
So, but with Baylor and Virginia,
good one.
exactly where I was going. Was Virginia a perennial powerhouse growing up in the 90s and 2000s? They weren't.
In the 80s they were.
In the 80s, okay. So full 20 years of them being bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I think we're in a new wave thing, especially with this NIL and new coach, and coaches don't have a lot of experience. That confetti picture, don't get me wrong, like, that holds a lot of weight. But there's a few breaks of mold here, and I think we could be heading down that path even more.
Baylor, I think, is the best one. Virginia was around the green for like 5 or 6 years. They were like number 1 seed, number 2 seed, they were around for a while.
Well, the Virginia,
but after being completely irrelevant.
Well,
so
I was going
like,
to say the Virginia thing. I think I actually make a good argument because you got to think about at that time they were coming off like never getting it done and getting bounced by 20 points to a 16 seed.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of people that would have said that year they won it that said no, I can't picture them.
100%, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's just a question. If I don't really put a future on them, if I can't see, like Creighton's a great example. Fine team. Marty probably knows more about them than I do, but I can't see the Creighton Blue Jays standing tall at the end of a tournament.
So I hate this guy. I hate Ken Pom. Can't stand him. But in the past 20 years, if you're in the top 40 offenses and 20
I think it's 40-40 both.
40-40.
both besides 2 years, and it was UConn and somebody else.
Yeah.
Have broken that, and every year Creighton's in it. But there's
I
another.
didn't think anybody had broken it, Marty. I thought it was I thought it held. Okay.
UConn did. And then another team did. I forget which one it was. But my other team this year is Texas. Texas has slowly just been in the same spot the entire year in the hardest conference. Even their coach getting fucking arrested in the first 3 weeks of the season. I love Texas.
Can I ask y'all a question? Chris Beard, is he coaching next year?
I think he's going to have 1 year
Maybe.
off and then come back.
I mean, it's going to bother you, but I wouldn't be surprised if Ole Miss took a shot on him. You'll have a lot of fodder with that.
I just don't know that he's going to take a shot on them. He might. I don't know, but I don't
know what. Yeah, you don't want to go back into the conference and be in a worse. Like, you want a job, but yeah, Ole Miss is so far down in that conference.
I don't know. Maybe they will. They're talking about Will Wade too. I don't know.
Brandon, I have a question.
They'll take a year.
Yeah.
Why did you go with the crazy shirt on a Tuesday, not a Friday?
Maybe I'm just a crazy shirt guy.
I think, but with what you're saying,
who I am.
what you're saying though, is like I can only see Blue Bloods winning in that. Sense.
Yeah, that used to be the thing.
There's
until
a
Virginia
reason.
and Baylor cut it down.
No, but
There's a reason they're Blue Bloods.
Is though like it's still kind of just Blue Bloods because Virginia, Baylor, sure, like Baylor is like I think the closest. Virginia has been good for as of recent pretty.
Let's just go since 2000. I'm just thinking. Went Michigan State, Duke, then Maryland won it, so that's not a blue blood. All right.
Good program, but yeah.
No, UConn won 99, 2004. They weren't a blue blood, but they kind of played their way into it. Florida definitely was not a blue blood when they won 2 in a row.
Consider Syracuse a blue blood? That was 03.
I would.
Okay.
I think I would. Blue blood-ish. Top program. Then it was. You go through. You got
05 Carolina.
Yeah, 2005 Carolina, 2006 Florida, 2007 Florida, 2008.
Let's go through 2000. Ready?
Can I just do it? I would rather do it by memory.
I'd like to do it in order.
I'm going to do it in order.
Just did it.
2000 Michigan State, 2001 Duke, 2002 Maryland, 2003 Syracuse, 2004 UConn, 2005 North Carolina, 6 and 7 Florida, 8 Kansas, 9 UConn.
Nope, 9 UNC.
9 UNC, 10, 11 is UConn. 10 is Duke.
10 is Duke.
11 is UConn. 12 is, don't tell me.
Okay.
Kentucky.
Yes.
13 is Louisville.
Nope.
It is.
I know, but nope.
Okay. 14 is Connecticut. 15 is Duke. 16 is now it gets a little. Is 16 Chris Jenkins? Is that Villanova?
Yes.
16 Villanova. 17 Carolina.
Yes.
18 Villanova.
Yes.
19.
Easy. You should know it.
I'm sure I do know it.
Just said.
20 no tournament. 21.
19 you just said.
Who did I say? Virginia. Yeah. 20 no tournament. 21 Baylor. 22
Kansas.
That was impressive.
Kansas.
That's good.
Yeah. Go back to the 40s.
But again, yeah, like you are right. That's everyone every year. There's a lot of times, not just this year, people say it's wide open, and then it ends up being fucking Kansas or somebody like that.
Let's see. I got several things to talk about. We have the NFL Draft Combine starting today, starting this week, or not starting this week, being this week.
Yep.
You guys watch that?
Oh, you got my next question. You guys watch that?
I'm gonna watch a few throws on Saturday.
It's a great background thing.
Yeah, watch the highlights.
It's a phenomenal background
I like
thing.
seeing.
There's just so much college basketball in that it's usually like.
Well, yeah, they're moving it. It's prime time now, right?
Is it?
Some of it prime time?
That should be on during the day.
I know the. Like I'll probably watch like Stroud throw on Saturday a little bit.
Is that
Just 'cause he's a guy, but
combine, or do they still have their like pro
We
days?
still have pro days.
like I know like Stroud and Richardson are throwing at the combine.
And Bryce Young's
Young only is at the pro day.
What's Levis doing?
He should probably never throw.
I think he might be.
Levis should only do the
only
combine.
throw-
Levis might be doing combine as well.
Yeah, he needs to.
I think Bryce Young was the only big one that wasn't throwing at the combine.
Richardson and Levis are very. This is going to be a crazy draft cycle. It's going to be if they work their way into the top 5, and it looks like they might.
Don't you feel like everyone thinks they're so smart for saying Richardson's like going to be a great quarterback? Like I feel like that's the guy they think they have such a different take on this year.
Well, this crosses over into a college football take, but if he is a good pro quarterback, Florida needs to fire Billy Napier immediately.
Yeah.
Because they fired Dan Mullen, who was a great quarterback coach, who was about to probably have Anthony Richardson have a breakout. They fired him and brought in Billy Napier, and Napier just did nothing with Richardson.
I remember I said that exact thing when they fired Mullen in the first place.
Yeah.
I was like, you have this incredible quarterback with a quarterback coach. Why you just get rid of him after like one bad season?
Yeah, it's one of the dumbest firings we've seen in the last 20 years of college football, and they're stuck with a guy who probably ruined a top 10 pick. Smitty, you're not talking much. Everything good?
What'd you like me to talk about? I let the
Eagles.
experts go when it comes to college stuff. You know that.
You let the game come to you.
Yeah. A little pick and roll
I
action.
have a fun exercise to get us started if y'all are ready. We're going to talk NFL draft in a minute, but I have a fun exercise to get us started. Is anybody
Just so I could get mad, who would you pick to win the NCAA tournament right now? Because when they cut down the nets, we could give you this clip.
Right now, I saw a good stat the other day where over the last 22 years, the only teams who have won were top either 20 or 30 in both offense and defense.
maybe 40?
Maybe 40? Yeah. Oh, you saw those stats too? We talked about it.
Kidding, right?
No.
You're joking right now?
5 minutes ago I said this.
I just wanted him to say.
I saw a good stat.
I wanted him to say a team.
It is a good stat.
I know, I said it.
Just pick a team.
It's also a stat that gets brought up like every year.
Every year, by
I got to take about
everybody. It
that
was
stat.
so-
as
What's your
stat
take
guy.
about that stat?
It's not a good stat.
Well, because
it's looking
if you're a
at-
good
it's
team, you're
looking at-
naturally going to be in those.
It's also looking in the rearview mirror. It's like once you're the number, once you win the national
it's
championship.
Pre-tournament. No, it's
No,
pre-tournament.
no. It is
Uh-oh.
not pre-tournament.
Uh-oh.
Because I went and saw someone did the research
so that's
for the
kinda
pre-tournament.
fugazi.
It was different
Bro,
criteria.
his
Obviously, you're
thing
good
is
after you've won like
fugazi.
9.
Well, then that's the one I base on.
Happy?
There-
Free
so
tournament.
so the
Happy
guy
now.
the guy
pick a
went and
fucking
changed the
team.
rules again of
Hey,
the
Smitty.
stat, and so it was
Good job.
top 37, top 57.
No, but Ken Pom is a fugazi. That he changed. He's the biggest bullshit thing, and he's not smart just because he has
Oh.
his fucking thing.
It's not. It's a math equation.
That's what I'm.
Don't bother.
No, Ken Pom is stupid. Stupid. Obviously, Kansas is gonna be good.
Yeah,
We all can fucking tell that.
I got a team nobody said that I watch against Virginia Tech, and I just don't see how they lose down the stretch if they can just continue to score, and that's Miami.
Yeah, they
I have
can't
a few-
stop
I have a
anybody.
future.
I know, but
They can't stop anybody.
they also hit every fucking three.
What'd they
throw
go? They went
possible.
Elite 8 last year, right, against
Yeah.
Kansas. Yeah,
They
I mean,
also lost to a 9-win Florida State.
Hey,
That's a problem, though.
that one
Yeah,
guard
and
is the
gave up
quickest
85
human on
points.
earth right now.
they give
I
up
like
a ton
Miami
of
too.
points.
I like them as well.
It all depends on matchups. I'll tell you what. If you put Miami in
Guard plays
Alabama's
incredible.
region, you put Miami in Alabama's region and turn it into a up and down fest. Miami's live, 100%.
Everyone's sleeping on Duke.
Like Miami's going to be live in anybody's region. Also, like UCLA. Nobody's talked about them. I like them a lot too. Big UCLA.
I think you should look at UCLA with more of a magnifying glass. That conference stinks. They had their non-conference wins early in the year, I think they lost to Baylor and Illinois early, and then other than that, they don't have a lot to hang their hat on.
Who do you like more from the Pac-12 then, Arizona or UCLA?
Arizona.
Just the Big 12's
I don't love either of them.
I don't love them either.
I don't love him. He has to pick one.
No fair.
Arizona.
The Big 12's probably someone's going to probably win from them.
Are y'all ready for the fun exercise that I prepared?
Yes.
Just to get our brains going. Name the top 20 high school mascot names in the country. Top 20 high school mascot names.
Wildcats, 1.
Bulldogs.
That's number 5.
Saying the most popular.
Yeah, most popular college, high school football nicknames.
Patriots.
Wildcats is 5. Patriots is not on the list.
Eagles.
Bulldogs.
Eagles is number 1.
Spartans.
Bulldogs is number 3. Spartans is number 18.
Bulldogs.
Bulldogs still number 3.
Oh, someone said that? I don't know. They're saying 9 names at once. I got no
Hawks.
Sorry.
Hawks are not on here. You dumb fuck.
Eagles are number 1.
Eagles are number 1.
Interesting.
Bears.
Devils.
Bears.
No and no. You're missing a huge one at number 2.
Falcons.
Lions.
Falcons is number 13. Lions is number 7.
Tigers.
Number 2.
Just fucking all animals.
There's some humans. You
Engineers.
haven't got number 4.
Bruins.
Okay. You haven't got number 4, number 6,
There's some humans. Lumberjacks.
8, number 9, number 10.
Lancers.
What? Lancers?
It's definitely a mascot.
Saying the most unique names you can think of.
Lancers?
Knights.
Knights is
Knights is a
number
good one.
10.
Well, that's a fucking fancy little knight.
A knight is a lancer, actually.
You're a scumbag.
What about Friars?
No.
You got to separate religion and sports.
Not at Malvern Prep.
Or Bonner?
What y'all be talking about?
I'll throw mine out
Just
there.
read.
Gladiator.
No.
too hard.
That was mine. It's a good.
Warriors.
That's number 6.
Trojans.
That's number 11.
We did Lions.
The Flaming Arrows aren't in there.
That is number.
Oh, Vikings.
Vikings is number 14.
Seminoles or like something Native American?
Go on.
Oh, the
Go on.
Indians still?
Indians is number 8.
Wow.
8.
Wizards.
Still going?
Oh, yeah.
Wizards is no.
I don't know if you know, but half this country won't change. You tell them to change
Did
something.
someone say dragons yet?
You think they should change, Rico?
They've not.
Don't say dragons.
Are you spearheading the change over there?
No, I just know that was in the news. Like, they were like, change. Hey, I'm trying to change. So, yeah, I guess they should change.
Crusaders, or has that been changed?
No. I guess I'll just start wrapping up now. You still haven't got number 4, though.
No dragons.
There's no dragons.
Bulldogs.
Still number 3, shockingly. The Panthers are number 4.
Yeah.
Oh.
The Cougars are number 9.
Nice.
The Mustangs number 12. The Raiders 15. There were only 19 on here, by the way. The Rams 17. The Pirates 19, and the Hornets 20. Didn't get the Hornets.
Pirates?
Pirates, yeah. A lot of pirates down Mississippi.
Yeah, the Pirates are very romanticized in culture.
They are.
Yeah.
A lot of pirates in sports. Pittsburgh
Yeah.
Pirates, East Carolina.
I think if you ever met one in real life, you wouldn't want to be naming your kid's football program.
Well, I don't know about Trojans. I'm sure are not very pleasant. These are not people you want to come over and
Never
hang
read
out.
a good Iliad?
That was the Iliad, not the Odyssey.
Yeah, Trojan War was the Iliad. Odyssey was him going home.
Well, his name was Homer, so that makes sense.
Culture yourself.
Huh?
Said you can culture yourself.
I mean, I can culture myself. I was right there with you. What's your third favorite Homer piece of literature?
Iliad and the Odyssey. Just retired at 2.
It's number 3.
Just
Simpsons.
retired at 2.
The Simpsons.
All right.
I have one quick question.
Yeah.
Is Ebo allowed to represent that shirt? Now, what we have here is a super regional from 2016 LSU JMU softball NCAA
Yep,
tournament,
powerhouse
which it didn't
softball.
even make the World Series. Is he allowed to represent that shirt?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
That's an awesome shirt.
What do you think about
Is that like a keepsake from a one-night stand? Like you took that home with you? Like this girl?
No. At JMU, we have a very powerful and successful women's sports program, and I like to represent it.
All right.
But they didn't win it.
Colleges that hang banners from making the tournament,
Like Mount St. Mary's.
Well, I think smaller colleges. I
like
think
Rutgers. I don't think I think Sweet 16 and on you can maybe.
that's a banner.
I don't even think Sweet 16 you should. I think it should be Final Four. But like if you want to celebrate something,
I think it's. Listen. I don't think you should be ashamed of it because
you're in a Power 5 conference.
I come from a school that making a tournament is a fucking treat.
You're in a Power 5 conference. You should.
Yeah, but you can't hold.
You got to
like,
remember, alumni
like,
come back. They want to
standards and
show.
record
I'm not saying in Duke. I'm saying like anyone in the Power 5 conferences, like you have a chance. You have a very good chance every year than everybody else. Like if you're like a fucking like there's no
Lehigh.
bids. Like it's just you have to win your conference. Yeah, sure.
It's interesting because colleges hang a lot of banners.
A lot.
Yeah, and I think banners look good in the rafters, so hang one for whatever.
Most useless banner ever is University of Montana hung the Barstool Sports College Gaming National Championship banner in their auditorium.
Who hung
That's
a
awesome.
banner
That's
for
St. Joe.
Oh, they cheated to win it, but
what
You
is
allowed
it
that to
again?
happen?
Perfect season.
you think I was in charge of making that
I
decision?
have no idea.
Shout out the mop.
Yeah, the mop.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, he's got the podcast.
Oh, I
with Red
remember that
Rhino.
happened. I thought that happened like way back. That happened just a couple years ago.
Yeah, like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Mop. He was cheating.
In a way, yes.
That scumbag.
You can't win with guys like that.
Total piece of shit.
You can't win with guys like that.
On the banner, though, they got a banner. University of Montana.
It's hanging in their basketball.
Banner still flies.
That's kind of sick.
That's awesome.
And that was one of the issues about not revoking is because, like, we felt bad.
Imagine making them take it down.
Bro,
Poor Sap's gonna get on a big ass
that
ladder.
video of the guy going like this to get it down, unbelievable.
Speaking of schools hanging banners, did you guys know that Virginia Tech hung a digital banner for winning the national championship versus Doug's? And when they played the national championship and Big Cat lost, they put it on their website. That
Okay,
they won a
well,
national
that's
championship.
also
I actually think
awesome.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That's just like getting gay.
Zero national championships.
That's funny though. I think when teams play into
They just played along.
seriously
You gonna
During
let your
COVID?
hatred carry over to this?
during COVID where people were miserable.
Zero national
Well,
championships.
Virginia Tech is the same school that was dancing on people's graves that they made the tournament. They were a fucking 10 seed a couple years ago. You don't remember that?
Well, I
Well, they were dancing on your grave.
They danced.
They also cut up, pardon my take, out of context.
Oh.
It's not just me. It's
But
not
again,
just a
I
me
actually
thing.
like when
They put in a bunch of other people too, like throughout the sport. Wasn't just me. It's not a grudge thing. They put everybody in there.
still not talked about. Largest voice was the one that led Jake Paul in.
Yeah, well, you were just mentioning something. I don't think we ever give enough credit to the fact that Dan, while bored during COVID, created a video game character that now just sits over there and draws a salary. And I love the guy. It's just it's amazing that he created a real person.
I don't even think he goes by his real name anymore. Like I think he just is.
I'll be honest.
Doug's.
I don't think I know his real name.
I know it.
I know it, but I don't. I think he's just. I think he's.
Doug's is much better than his real name. His real name's Colin.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of what his name was. I knew at one point.
He does not look like a Colin at all.
By the way, delightful human being. I don't know if y'all have ever spent much time with him. Delightful human being. I don't know why I have this ball. Y'all want to keep it up in the air for a while?
No.
Didn't work.
More of a
Way
yak
too
thing.
much effort.
Yeah.
More of a yak thing to put a ball up.
Yeah, we've done that before.
Do more about the stream thing with balloons.
Oh, tell me! I saw this on TikTok. Tell me you wouldn't have played this game as a kid for hours. It's a fucking just a stick. It's got a stop sign circle through there, and you hit the ball through it. You give yourself 3 hits to get it through.
I
Oh
saw
my
that.
god!
Yeah.
We did that in the kitchen for fucking hours.
So it's almost like volleyball to yourself.
Volleyball,
1,
no,
2,
but
to
you're
bang.
playing against the other guy. Yeah.
But you're
Yes.
on your side. You're right. There's a ring
Yeah.
on a
It's
pole.
like a weird
You're-
shape too.
You're hitting it through there. I don't even know what you call it. Also, something crossed my desk the other day, the World Roof Ball Championships from 2008. Don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but it's the World Roof Ball Championships where they just would throw things on the roof, and you get a point for hitting a chimney, point for hitting. We did stupid shit as a kid. You know what I was elite at? I didn't have neighbors or friends, and I had a tennis ball, and I would throw it.
Football.
I would pitch it as fast as I could at the steps, and then field it off the steps. That's
yeah, but
fun.
did you have a point structure for that?
I had full innings and everything.
Oh no, my dad played it growing up. He taught us if you hit it, if it bounced back to you, it was 5. You catch it on a fly, it was 10. If you caught it off a point, like the point
Yeah.
up, it's a hundo.
Well, I was a serious player. I didn't
So
play
your
the
best
stupid
friend
New York rule.
was the stairs.
My best friend was that and Bo the dog that died when the school bus hit him. Yeah.
Your dog got hit by a school bus?
Yeah.
I had a bad track record with dogs.
Well, I had a lot of dogs growing up, though.
I never had a dog.
I had Zeke, I had Bo, I had Champ. All dead now, but that was 30 years ago. Most of the people back then are dead, too.
Unfortunate.
Katie, Peanut,
I've never had a dog.
Killer. Killer was a good
Remember
dog.
Dog Killer?
Just
Yeah.
a bird. Yeah, well, that
Was it ironically was it like a little
It was
bitch
ironic
dog?
because it was the runt of the litter.
was a foreshadowing.
Right? NFL draft. Who is the favorite to go number 1 overall? I'm sorry. Let me ask it a different way. Who's going number 1 overall?
Darren Sproles.
It's a good player.
That was the most Smitty answer you've ever given, by the
That's
way.
who I would take.
Who
Wait. No. Why am I fucking up the kid's name? The kid from Kansas State. I just had a
Deuce
brain
Vaughn?
fart. Deuce Vaughn. Because he that was
I
bad.
what are you
Yeah, that
talking
was a
about?
bad brain fart. Deuce Vaughn. I meant
What's
to
the
say.
question?
Say, are the Bears
was Darren Sproles.
actually trading the pick?
So the
That's gonna be
Bears,
question.
Yeah.
it is reported the Bears are shopping the pick, and I don't think you get a report of shopping the pick without them trading.
they're just in a no-brainer spot to shop the pick.
Well, let me ask
So
you.
many teams that need a quarterback.
Let
and
me
they
ask
just
you
don't
this.
need one.
Let me ask you this, and I know which way you're going to side, but if you have a young quarterback, Justin Fields, you could trade him and have a rookie quarterback deal for the next 4 years instead of the next 2 years.
And when you said,
CJ Stroud's probably not much different.
and I think you're wrong when they
Stylistically,
said,
they're a lot different.
I meant like full skill set, like talent wise.
guess.
Ceiling, I don't think is too.
I kind of feel like Fields' ceiling is higher.
I think Stroud's got a Stroud.
I love Stroud. Like,
I don't know why
obviously,
Stroud's not a slam dunk number 1 pick.
I think he should. I really think Bryce Young's really good too.
the Bears, no matter what we're gonna say, they're gonna be shopping it because they want to hear everything. So they're saying they want they have everything thrown at them.
So the Texans at 2 need a quarterback. The
They
Colts
are.
at 4.
The best
Panthers
day
at
to be
9.
a Texans fan
Falcons,
is now.
Panthers.
You can't fuck up that pick. You just can't.
What?
Number 2.
Yeah, well, see, it's interesting for the Bears because you can sit still, take Jalen Carter or Will Anderson, and have a defensive stud for the next 10 years. You can trade the pick and fall back to 4 and still get maybe one of those guys.
Almost definitely.
This is a hard scenario to see the Bears fucking this up.
What world possibility, I know it's very, very low, of the Bears selecting a quarterback and then making people come to them? Could they get fucked holding both?
Yeah,
Or if they found out.
what kind of leverage?
I know.
What kind of leverage do I have at that point?
None.
I'm just stuck with two quarterbacks.
That's the worry, but that a team goes,
It would just never.
fuck,
happen.
fuck, we really wanted him.
I think that
All right.
team's going to do that
Yeah.
before the.
I agree with you as
They
well.
you would never want to be left with your dick in your hand and 2 quarterbacks.
Definitely. That's why it's such a risk.
where they know you're trying to.
You're
get
the
rid of one
team
of
at
them.
4 or 5, and you were playing coy the whole time, like, they're asking too much for one. They're asking too. But you know, behind this, it would be the Bears would have to know behind the scenes the team at 4 or 5 loved Stroud or loved Young.
So the idea here is who falls in love with the quarterback more? Do the Colts or the Texans fall in love with the quarterback more?
I think for the Bears, the Colts are the dream scenario. Because obviously it's more picks back, you get more capital back in return, and at 4, you're basically 2 quarterbacks are going to go, so you're basically just you don't even have to make a decision.
Guarantee one of the
You're
defensive
just going to get Carter, Will Anderson, and you just hit a home run.
Yeah.
You just got multiple picks in the future. You got probably the best defensive player in the draft.
I honestly
Feeling great.
don't care how you feel about Justin Fields. Like what you just said makes so much more sense to trade him and get for business wise, money wise, having a young quarterback where Justin Fields isn't a definite home run. You know that. You know he's good, but you don't know he's a definite and he's going to cost more in 2 years or 1 year?
2 years.
2
2
years.
years, and then you just 4 more years with a younger quarterback, and you're going to get something good for Justin Fields. I don't know.
What are you going to get for Fields, realistically?
I actually have no idea.
You're not going to get a top
saying-
10 pick back.
No, not top 10.
Maybe.
You think?
Maybe.
I don't think so.
I don't
Well,
think
well, my point is
you get a
that
late first rounder.
my point is that I think even though I personally think you're probably better with Fields, at least like you've seen something from him on the field, it's just so much easier to trade the pick because GMs are just like
By far.
because GMs are just so like and they think they're smarter than everybody, so they will value the picks
Well, the same
over a guy on the field.
same theory applies to somebody that would trade for him. Am I going to trade for a guy that I have? Am I going to draft a guy I've got 4 years of control over, or trade for a guy I got 2 years of control over?
Yeah,
Like, that's kind of a no-brainer too. All right, number 1 pick. The odds are Bryce Young -175, C.J. Stroud +400. Will Anderson plus 750. Jalen Carter plus 750. I feel if the Bears do stay, they're going to take one of those defensive guys. It's worth a shot at 750 if you're willing to put $100 on it or whatever you put on it. These things.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, the flies in the ointment here are Anthony Richardson and Will Levis, who. What?
Flies in the ointment?
Yeah.
All right.
It's a saying.
Very
I
common.
know,
Very
but
common saying.
I've never heard that in my life.
Yes, you have.
You watch Breaking Bad?
You've heard that.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember the episode with the fly?
Yeah.
Can't get in chemicals. Fly in an ointment. Ointment's chemicals.
Fly in the ointment, monkey in the wrench, pain in the ass.
I heard the other two.
Raise your hand if you've ever heard fly in the ointment.
I never heard it.
You too, Ebo.
Because
Nope.
they're young.
Yeah, at least it's not just me.
I'm shocked at who it is.
I know.
What do you think about taking a defensive guy in this day and age in this kind of league?
In this economy?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I get
It
it.
worked out with the Jaguars last year.
I mean, and listen,
And what was the Super Bowl score? 42-35.
we went back a couple
Really,
years
really
ago.
good.
Does Micah
Like,
Parsons go number
you know,
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the best defensive player in the draft. You're going to be set up.
But yeah, okay.
I
I just think it's an offensive league. Like I get what you're saying.
it is an offensive
it's a
league, but
quarterback league. You got a quarterback first,
Yes.
and then can you put the quarterback on his ass?
like if you had a chance to take Aaron Donald number 1 overall, are you not going to take him?
Yeah. There's three big
I get
things
what
you
you're
got to
saying.
do coming out of a
I totally
draft.
get what you're saying, but
Three things you do to build a football team. You got the quarterback, you protect the quarterback, or you put him on his ass. Those are the three things, and you build around from there.
okay.
Maybe next is you got a guy that catches the ball from the quarterback, but it all starts with the quarterback.
Yeah.
So we'll
You gotta
have,
just look at a situation like the Jets. Everybody's raving. Oh, the Jets turning around. Jets had a great season. They really didn't have a great offense, though. You know what I mean? Like
Jets
that
did
was
not have a great season.
They need a
They said they had a
quarterback.
great season.
No, people are not. I don't think it meant great. Just
they had a better season than expected.
In-
They
And,
have a good
and there's
foundation.
this aura of they're building things.
They
and
have a good foundation.
That's what it was.
I think the only issue with taking a defensive player in the top 10 maybe is the premium you pay for it just because of the contract structure. So if you're like the Eagles, you probably want to trade out of the top 10 so you just don't have to pay as much.
You know who I think's gotten fucked? Marcus Mariota. I don't think he's that bad.
It was pretty bad.
He sucked last year.
I don't know because the Falcons sucked.
He's a backup.
I don't.
He's not a
think-
star. He's
I
not a
just-
starter in the league. I would love him on the Eagles instead of Minshew. Just kind of having that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
know Minshew struggled a little bit this year, but that's a
no,
terrific backup.
Minshew is not a bad backup, but Mariota fits the system more. You're going from Hurts to Mariota, then you're going from Hurts to Minshew.
That's kind of why I like Minshew. I feel like obviously your system is your system, and but throwing a curveball at teams or being able to do that, and Minshew's not terrible for.
No, he's not bad, but there were games this year where he was clearly overmatched in the system, which the Eagles play. So I would not hate having Mariota.
Now, I found Mel Kiper's latest mock draft interesting. He's got the Texans trading up to take Bryce Young number 1. Then he has the Colts trading. That's interesting.
It's amazing that the Texans just basically wasted
So
all this
on.
capital on
In
winning
this-
the last game of the season.
in this scenario by Kiper, he has Texans 1, Colts 2, Cardinals 3, Bears 4. Does this have the Bears trading with the Texans
Getting back twice?
and
Yeah, so
then
he-
trading with the Colts?
That's
so
the
he
home
had,
run.
He had the Bears trading to 2 and then trading again.
Genius.
Now that'd be sick.
Genius.
I mean, that just
think next year he's gonna have they're gonna have 3 first rounders.
that would be incredible. If they pulled that off, that would be awesome.
As a fan, though, would you want that?
I think
I think sometimes
as,
as a fan, when you have the number
Oh,
one
yeah.
pick, you just want to have that pick.
there are
But-
some years.
No, I think most fans do.
There are some years. It's can be fun to have the number 1 pick. It's awesome to have the number 1 pick.
Yes.
But there are some years where there isn't a Trevor Lawrence or there isn't a slam dunk. That no, I think
This year, it seems like there's.
Yeah, but if Justin Fields just didn't have that potential, like he might not be as good as them, but he still has the potential
Yeah.
to be a great
I
quarterback.
just think that this is a year to have the slam dunk, though. There's 2 options of I think a slam dunk.
I think there's 2 options that stand above all other options this year. But I don't know if these are strong number 1 pick options in a normal. In a normal draft. I mean, like I said, Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, those are slam dunks, no questions.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, but obviously you never actually know, though. Like you could say that now.
You don't know. I mean, what's said then though?
Yeah, but I think this year aren't people saying they're slam dunks as well?
Not to the
like
level
them.
of Lawrence and I just don't think there's a can't miss guy in this
And
draft.
Bryce Young has been supposed to go number 1 overall.
Also 5'10".
And he weighs like 175 pounds.
Texans, Bryce Young. Colts, C.J. Stroud. You have Will Anderson to the Cardinals at 3. You have the Bears taking Jalen Carter. Panthers, that's trading up too, right? Will Levis at 5. You have Lions taking Christian Gonzalez, cornerback from Oregon. I think this is the first time I've seen him in the top 10 of these drafts. That's a new name as far as top 10s go. Devin Witherspoon to the Raiders. Will McDonald to the Falcons. Anthony Richardson to the Seahawks. And then the Eagles with the greatest offensive line in NFL history. If in the first round they use it on Peter Skoronski from Northwestern.
It's almost like Lane Johnson's on his final 2 years.
Oh,
He's about to retire, and Isaac Seumalo is going to be going to free agency.
I feel like that's like the first mock top 10 I've seen without Tyree Wilson on it.
Yeah.
I like him a lot.
In fact, if you take all the number 1 pick odds, Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Will Anderson, Jalen Carter, Anthony Richardson, Will Levis, those are all in single digits. The next person is Tyree Wilson.
I just remember he stood out to be so much at Tech. I watched a lot of Tech. He was really good.
Also,
really
and
good.
Skoronski at Northwestern's a phenomenal tackle. So if you were to get him, that would be a good draft.
I could see Paris Johnson. I could see leaking up in that spot.
And
I fully either trade down or choose the best lineman, offensive or defensive,
It's gonna be
or a lockdown corner.
Scrotsky and Johnson, the 2 best O linemen.
You think Nakobe Dean's ever going to be a player?
Oh yeah, no, they're already talking about him already. There was nowhere for him last year.
Was Jordan Davis good?
Oh yeah,
He didn't play a whole lot. I think he was hurt. But
his stats specifically against the run when they had him versus when they didn't. There's a lot of shit that came
drastic
up.
change, yeah.
A lot of stuff that came up that doesn't meet the stat sheet.
I thought you loved your corners.
Well, Bradbury's gone.
Just go back to the
You like Darius Slay?
I do like Darius Slay.
You know where he went to school?
Where?
Mississippi State.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's good for him to be still in the league and or alive.
Giants are dropping Galladay.
Yeah.
Yeah, done. Beautiful thing.
$7 million we save.
Was that just breaking now?
No, it was a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
They go get receivers.
I think everybody's got to go get receivers.
Probably draft.
Who's picking up Golden Boy Carson Wentz?
Boy, oh
Jets.
boy. You think it's his?
I hope that.
Are his days as a starter going into the year they're over, right?
They have to be.
Yeah.
Nope.
They have to be.
Somebody's going to have him start at game 1.
He doesn't get paid. Nah, I
Out
don't.
of game 1.
Does
He'll start when somebody's hurt
It's different. It's different now. He doesn't get paid anymore.
and be a 14-point dog.
Maybe the Texans
the
or
money-
somebody that's trying to groom another quarterback.
Smitty,
Maybe.
I know
chance.
Gardner Minshew wants to leave the Eagles to go try and start somewhere. Who starts a game first, Carson Wentz or Gardner Minshew?
It'd be the same situation. It'd be like a rebuilding team who needs a quote veteran guy to.
Yeah, but I think that the
It
Texans.
won't be for a contender either.
I think the game 1 starter for the Texans is currently at the combine.
Yeah.
Okay, but
To groom him, you're saying?
I would agree to that. But there might be coaches who still believe that a veteran should start. And
Here's a wild one. Would Wentz have won that Super Bowl? Or what world how much would Brady be affected if he lost that Super Bowl to Wentz instead of Foles?
if
Foles is still a crazy one, but knowing now what we know about Wentz, where is that in the world?
Zero change.
He had a good year that year.
People talk at Carson Wentz. You have to compartmentalize it. Carson Wentz, before he got hurt, was an MVP. Like he just was. Carson Wentz, when he came back, wasn't the same player, but he was still a good player. He led the Eagles to the he was the only Eagles quarterback up to that point to throw for 4,000 yards and was thrown to absolute dog dick at receiver. He was
leading the
still led him
MVP
to the
charge.
playoffs.
You think he wins that Super Bowl?
I do. With that team, that team had everything going for it.
I have an interesting.
And then he just fell off. He just completely fell off when he went to the Colts.
Interesting hypothetical that was actually proposed to me by Nick Tourney this morning, and it actually dovetails nicely into that question you just asked. If the results of all championships in sports were reversed, who are the GOATs?
Jim Kelly,
Jim Kelly is the obvious answer.
without a doubt.
Now I have another one.
Karl Malone.
I think the Fab Five goes down as the greatest team in the history of college basketball. They would have won two titles.
Yeah. Okay. And all would have been, because they say it in the documentary, we were all fucking out of here.
And-
that was our ticket.
and-
Even all of them.
Michael Jordan would be looked at as the biggest loser in the history of sports
Yes.
if he went 0-6. But he didn't. He went 6-0, so he's not. But if you reverse LeBron would be the unquestioned GOAT.
So wouldn't
Wilt too.
Wilt would be up there.
Shit, no, Jerry West would be the GOAT.
Yeah,
What would Brady be? 3 and
he'd
That's-
still be pretty good.
Oh, that's the interesting one. Where do you put Brady at? Like, well, he did get. Are we changing the angle of it's amazing he got to 10 Super Bowls?
So that 3 and 7. First of all, he still wins 3, but losing 7 would be rough. But he also would have an undefeated season.
oh yeah.
Yes. But the issue though with Brady, if do the math, right? He would have lost to the Rams.
Yeah,
He would have lost to the Panthers. And who was the other early one?
what a
that I'm
stupid
forgetting?
hypothetical, by the way.
Eagles. He would have lost.
Dumb,
He
but
would have been 0-3 going in.
Yeah,
He would have had a little bit of a gap before he won.
And then the undefeated would have been
The
the
undefeated would have been the
won.
savior.
Yeah,
would have been the all-time
pretty good savior.
It's a pretty good
Drop your
savior.
nuts on the table, you
Yeah.
know. It's interesting, and I don't mean to take a shot at you guys or whatever, but like, would Jeter have been a superstar at all?
No.
If he didn't have the 5 rings, he would have been a Hall of Famer probably because he had 3,000 hits.
Definitely still would have been a Hall of Famer.
Did you just say taking a shot? So this is a hypothetical.
You're
that is
just-
swinging
you're
it
just
differently.
Anytime I mention Derek Jeter, I feel like.
Well, this one you can't get mad at when it didn't
But
happen.
here's the thing.
So he would have been what, 5-1?
He'd be a Hall of Famer.
Maybe he wouldn't be a Hall of Famer because
He'd be a Hall of Famer.
you guys wouldn't have let him hang on and play 4 years past his prime or his due date, and he probably would have just retired. He would have ended up with like 2,400 hits.
No, because he got way past. He got like 30.
And you would have benched him for A-Rod, who was the better player. You would have done all these things that you didn't
Why would we
do.
bench him for bench him? Why would we bench him?
He just was an average player.
Imagine just like hating
Yeah,
one of the best shortsters.
It's crazy. Like just like
He's a top 20 shortstop.
but hitting apparently like
25.
them
Top 25 shortstop.
hitting 310 is
LeBron
apparently
would have
average.
been. I'll give you one. Does it have a lot of variance in terms of how you change the guy's status? Kobe, what would he be? Because he would have 104. He would have 108. And did he lose again in the finals?
No, so they went 3-0. Then they lost in 03 to the Spurs, and then they lost to the Pistons. So they're 3-1.
And then he got 2
So he would have been 1-3, and then by himself he split. So he would have been 2-4.
People would just forget about the
But he had, by
Kobe got what? 4 or 5? Kobe
got
got
5.
Trash.
3 as a sidekick,
Yeah.
2 as a star, and he was not very good as the star in the finals. But whatever. One more hypothetical. This came.
That's a great question.
Thank you very much. It was Nick Tourney gave it to me. This
Awful question, but also a great one at the same time. Because it means nothing what we're talking
it throws out the entirety of sports basically.
It's just like we're arguing nothing, but it's kind of fun.
Yeah. This was asked to me. You did the player the other day. It was Draymond, or would you rather be Draymond or whatever? Last night I couldn't sleep at 2:30, and I said, ask me some questions. And the guy said, would you rather have Andre Iguodala's career or Allen Iverson's? Put that aside for a second.
That's easy.
Put aside for a second. If I can guarantee you one of these two things in your career, you're going to play 15 years. You can have one of these. You can have a regular season MVP or a finals MVP. Which one do you take?
Finals MVP because
Just
it means you won.
Almost certainly, right? But you were going to
Finals
pick Allen
MVP.
Iverson on the other. You would say regular season?
I'm saying regular season.
Yeah, I honestly,
idiot.
maybe. No,
You're an idiot.
I would
It's
consider
very
that as
simple.
well.
Do you want ice cream with sprinkles or do you want just ice cream? It's a very
Who's
simple
getting paid-
equation.
Who's getting paid more, the league MVP? or
Finals
the
mean
NBA?
you win.
Who's getting paid more?
In yours, you don't have a trophy.
has-
I have a
I have-
fucking championship
I have a
trophy.
lot
I
more.
mean, he
money
does,
than
he does have
you.
A bigger house.
You have a,
I have a
yeah,
lot
but you
more
have a
money
10
than
times bigger house. You
And
got
everyone
way
knows who I am.
I have a championship
speaking,
trophy.
Speaking from a Sixers fan right here, Iguodala has made, I think, over like $150 million in his career. Iverson's waiting for that 50-year-old payout.
I think the answer is Iguodala. Iguodala had a hell of a career.
Oh, he did it, and he was like an all-star. Like he made all-star teams.
Yeah.
It's not like he was like a scrub.
He just wasn't a cultural icon.
Like he got
But AI,
paid.
AI was like that's what I'm saying.
He got paid like a
To
star.
win a Finals MVP, we're not just taking the 12th guy off the bench. Like the guy.
But also, he didn't fucking deserve it.
Yeah, he didn't.
You got to give it a Finals MVP for letting up a 30-point triple-double.
he held LeBron to 35, 8, and 8.
The guy was the most egregious, dumbass trophy that's ever been handed out in the history of sports.
Allen
It's a
Iverson
fake
is
trophy.
just such a.
The fact that that's not in Steph Curry's house is an atrocity.
Yeah, I'd still choose Iverson, but
It's closer than
tough.
No, it is. I mean,
He still hasn't. Wait, he got one last year, right?
Yeah,
Or he finally got one.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
a Finals MVP, but like Allen Iverson is like it's Allen Iverson.
iconic.
Yes, like
That's what I'm saying.
Iguodala. Yeah, sure, I'd be fine being him, but I'd rather be Iverson.
God, Iverson throwing up alley-oops to Iguodala in like 2005.
Oh, he threw that alley oop in the dunk contest, threw it off the backboard, and he came. That was one of the better dunks we've seen before like the last couple of years when dunks went crazy.
Speaking of dunks, remember how many championships we thought Lob City was going to win when that fucking came through? Like, oh, cut it down. It's over.
Remember when they just stopped throwing
Chambers
lobs?
there now?
Who?
Penn State's old coach, Chambers.
Maybe, yeah.
What do y'all think Andre Iguodala's career earnings are?
I bet it's a lot.
I think it's over 150.
He
Had
that's the
he
number
had
I
a
was gonna
superstar
guess.
contract back in the day.
I'm gonna guess.
And then he's been in the league for like 3
I'm gonna guess
years.
he's made
Let's say 85.
just basketball. I'm gonna guess 165.
And you guess?
85.
And you guess?
150.
And you guess?
What's Allen Iverson's?
Andre Iguodala?
Oh,
I bet he's got 2 big contracts.
190.
189.
Close.
189.
What was Allen?
Honestly,
I'm
Iverson's
looking at that right
probably less because he played less years.
Yeah, but Iverson had that Reebok money. Also, Iverson at age 50 or 60 played it smart. He's getting a huge payout.
Yeah.
Through who?
Payout
Reebok?
through like his
Like
own
he
personal finances.
Yeah.
Allen Iverson. This just says
Sixers are putting him up right now.
says Allen Iverson.
Really?
He earned $200 million in his career.
Yeah.
I mean, the answer's Allen
The
Iverson.
Reebok money and what you said. I remember I think they might have mentioned that in one of the documentaries.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't they like
He
they made
just-
sure he couldn't touch his
he
money?
just blew so much money
Yeah.
they took a bunch and put it away.
Allen Iverson money spending habits are
Oh, the
actually,
stories
like,
are out of
hilarious.
control.
Where He
Matt,
would
Matt Barnes said he used to throw strip club money. He used to pick it up off the ground.
Yeah, he used to go to a different city and buy a new wardrobe in every single city and just leave the clothes in the hotel room.
That's the crazy.
Yeah, that's.
You didn't hear that yet? I knew where he was going. I went to jump on the punchline. Yeah, it's crazy.
Horrifically irresponsible.
It's insane.
Pretty awesome.
Insane.
Not even irresponsible. He's getting paid. You said soon, so good for him.
Nuts.
Yeah, because somebody was looking after him. Thank
Oh,
God.
it's smart.
They said his boys in the team said he would like on a Tuesday night drop like $60K at the strip club. Like, nothing. Like
The
whatever.
TGI Fridays in Philadelphia was
TGI
like
Fridays?
That was like the highest grossing restaurant in the Northeast for like 5 years.
Didn't he throw like a birthday party there? Didn't he?
Yeah.
And he
No, he
spent
was
like
there.
he spent like $200,000.
This is not even close. I want to be Allen Iverson now.
Yeah, I mean, I think
I think you're crazy if you want to be Andre Iguodala.
I was gonna say now at this point, what we just went over. I mean,
I think I don't know that the last 10 years have been great for Allen Iverson, have they?
but I'm saying put yourself more. I think it's not the way he spent his money. Like if you could,
Y'all want to be him because that's what Marty was saying, because he spent wildly. You want to be him because he spent wildly?
Kinda.
Iguodala could spend wildly if he wanted to.
but also he's
way
just,
more
he's
fun
just,
to
he's just
spend
AI.
wildly and like
you're just the
during your
man.
prime, and then like who cares?
Yeah, but it's very dumb.
But it was probably really fun.
Yeah, but Iguodala could do that right now if he wanted to.
Would you rather do it when you're 50 or 20?
Iguodala's what?
40 or 20?
So you could, I was ordering 40.
I'd rather not ever do it.
That's a
Iguodala,
lot.
yeah, no,
You would
spending money
never
is
want to
fun.
spend money. and have
I'd buy a nice car, a nice house. I'd have a hell of a car, a hell of a house. I wouldn't ever spend $60,000 at a strip club.
I need to see you in some Iversons next week.
You've never
I
had
have a pair of Iversons.
I think strip club is stupid, but I'm saying like buying clothes and drop like
That wardrobe thing's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
That's
so
awesome.
sick.
No, that's not awesome.
Yes,
That's
it
the
is.
dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, it's not.
pretty
So
awesome.
cool.
It's not cool at all.
What? You just
Here's why it's
you've never been able
even
to
more
do it.
dumb. You got to go to the fucking store and buy shit. I don't like going. I don't want to keep
Probably
going.
didn't have to do that either.
Yeah,
It's a hobby.
It's like
Probably send somebody. Yeah, whatever.
yeah, it's just like hey, I want
Going
that.
like buying shit. I don't want to be buying like
The man
buying-
didn't lift weights because that shit was too heavy. Like you're Allen
He
Iverson.
didn't go to practice because he didn't want to go to practice.
He got shafted on that, but
I actually like that he didn't go to practice. It's funny.
the crazy his friend literally died, and that's why he wasn't at practice, and it still gets people like Rico Bosco to this day will be like,
It was
I
also,
don't practice.
he was also allegedly.
God forbid his friend passed away. He went to the funeral.
He was also a little allegedly hopped up during that interview.
Probably was. He was going through some shit.
No, my big knock of Iverson and your city in general, again, which has a statue of a fictional boxer, is that you guys idolize this moment of him stepping over him.
Wait a
You
second.
lost 4-1. You lost 4-1.
Wait a second. We don't idolize that moment. It was a great moment. Second of all, the statue was a gift from the movie Rocky. We didn't just build the fucking statue. Go see Joe Frazier lit up outside of fucking Xfinity Live right now.
he
if
was
you wanna see
real.
a real statue. He was very real, and he has a statue in Philly. So you can shut the fuck up about your little fake
Okay.
Mets fucking parades down Wall Street, which is ruining the country in May.
Hold on. First of all, the Rocky statue is fucking awesome. Okay, so that's not.
And
even-
also agreed.
yeah, that it's fucking awesome. Secondly, what were you talking about? Because
We started bashing the Mets.
I blacked out there for a second.
They do a parade on opening day.
Yeah,
That's what he's
exactly.
referring to.
Exactly.
Yeah, Rocky-
And also, no NCAA team has won without a top 40 offense.
You got a source on that? It's a hell of a stat.
Shout out Villanova. They got
We put
two
out
of them.
Smitty's stat of the day, please. One more thing.
Bulldogs.
Creed 3 comes out Friday.
Can't wait.
I can't fucking.
Robbie Fox got a preview. Said it's awesome.
Yeah,
I love the Creed
Then
movie.
again, Robbie Fox.
they said they agreed. Ken Jack and Robbie. They said better than 2. Not as good as 1, but 1.
Two was a bit of a
It
letdown.
wasn't good. Yeah.
I thought 2
was
I
pretty
thought 2
good.
was good too. 1 was better, but
The reviews are all very positive.
I wrote a blog on this, but did you see the reporter that went up to Michael B. Jordan, and it was like one of his like high school bullies?
Oh, called it corny?
Called him corny. Used to make fun of his name because of Michael Jordan, and he was like, it made me happy that like no matter how rich you are and famous, you still remember the people that say fuck you.
You think that was a little set up?
No.
The whole thing just said, I don't know.
He seems like a pretty genuine guy.
Michael
though.
Jordan was on TV when he was in high school.
Yeah.
He was on The Wire.
you gotta understand. He's
I mean, who's calling him corny?
you understand when he's from Newark. That's like they could call you corny actor boy. Like it's very easy.
Well,
to
no,
make,
they were making.
It's already on
fun-
HBO.
No, they were making
I'm saying
fun of his name.
Yeah, like like you think you're not gonna do shit. You think you're Michael Jordan. Blah blah
Yeah.
blah.
The way he acted, like being like he remembered, I think it wasn't set up.
He's also the director.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
He
I heard
fucked
the
up.
fight scenes like hold up.
They recommended watching IMAX if you can. They said it's
really?
like made for IMAX. It's
I'm going.
incredible.
I hope to go Friday.
You know the storyline?
Yeah, it's vaguely.
Did you see?
So you know Clubber?
That's Rocky 3.
Yeah. Did you see Rocky 3?
I did.
Okay. Just making sure. Make sure you're going a little.
You don't
is
think
t-
I
it
saw
is.
Rocky 3?
Just make sure you did your homework.
Came out in 1983. You don't think I saw that?
He saw it in theaters. He drove there.
That's true.
Him and Clemmer fucking went together.
Did you see what Michael B. Jordan did with the Giants? Recreated the Odell Beckham catch. It was a huge flaw. 2 hands. Like,
I mean, the guy's not. He's not
I got it, but he's an actor. He's done.
Would
He's
you
been on a
rather
set
him
all day.
Fake it though?
What?
Would you rather him fake it to do the one and them
Yeah,
CGI
kinda.
it? Nah,
Yeah, 'cause
Or just commit. Just sit there for. You've been on a set for 8 hours till you get the right shot. Do it till you figure it out with one hand.
It's also a big pad that he fell on too.
Agreed.
It was really big.
Also, like Eli was legit throwing the ball from far. It's hard to make a one-handed catch from like 40 yards away.
100%. 100%.
Big. It's an NFL-sized ball.
Which is
So then recreate something else. And he should have just kneeled on his ass like Ahmad Bradshaw.
tomorrow on this show. We will break down the coming tournaments in Live. You only live once. That's what we talk about here on Pick Central.
Amen, brother.
The Live Golf Tour, the hottest sporting event in America and the world, and we will be here to bring it all to you. We will be picking our Live teams tomorrow. I cannot wait. You only live once here at Pick Central, Barstool Sports.
fucking love Liv, man.
It's lives so good. I want to do instead of like you know how like in Bill Nye it'd be like Bill. I want to like live.
I'm signing this
You could have
all
said
up.
Gladiator.
What do you mean?
You could have said the scene in Gladiator where they all chant "Live."
Should pick out 15 of your 15 of your top 19 players this weekend.
I will.
I'm signing
It's more
this all up,
the
by the way.
cadence of the bill. I wanted that cadence.
If I get approved by Liv, we all have to go.
100%.
We're going to Live. I mean, that's not.
It's going to be in
I
the
would
summer.
love to.
I will not be going to any live function.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Then don't.
Some people have morals.
Morals.
Some people have money.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Facts.
Congrats.
I'll go to a live event and sleep like a baby.
Oh, fucking baby.
15
We'll
of,
buy a new wardrobe in every city we go to.
15 of Brandon Walker's favorite 19 players.
What are you doing?
Who gives a shit about that? It's fun.
What do you think the easiest tournament for us to go to, or the one you would want to go to? There's one at Trump National in Jersey in August, and then there's one in D.C.
Seems like that would be.
That
I
would
think
be-
that's
that would be
that's the
fun.
one for Rico probably.
Oh, I'll be living in Chicago by then.
Yeah,
But
Rico will wear all red to that one.
It's like a nun going to the Vatican. See Big Donnie?
Donnie!
Donnie!
Marty, what are your picks for tonight?
You know what's great about him, too? You could just say, he'd be like a guy at a bar. He'd be like, yo, you believe this shit? And he'll know what you're talking about. You got to come back. He'd be like, I know.
Marty?
I have Duke minus 6.5, Arkansas money line and 6.5.
You're too in love with Arkansas.
No, I'm not. Nick Smith Jr. is back. Tennessee is on a.
They're good at home, though.
They're very good at home, but I'm going money line. Marquette minus 9. I love Clemson plus 6.5 and Iowa plus 5.5.
Big F.
Indiana minus 5.5. Duke minus 6.5. Shout out the Storm Chasers. I think just Zon in the building gives me good vibes. I'm taking Ole Miss.
Can I
As much
say
as Ole Miss
something real
stinks,
fast?
They stink.
you know they're not going to win. They're not going to storm the court once, right?
They storm every day.
No, Caleb and Roan not being there is going to reason why I'm not betting that.
Zah brings the
Zaza winning.
Lenny and Tommy don't though.
I mean, so that's Zah.
They don't.
You're talking about 3 like known good luck guys.
It's also it's Ole Miss, Texas A&M, right? Like,
Yes,
I
correct.
don't know that they would storm over that.
I think they would.
I think it's just
You think Texas A&M like number 23?
it's the reason if they're there, they'll
yeah,
do it.
fair, but yeah.
Name
Okay.
any
Georgia
significant
plus
Ole
2.
Miss wins in the last 15 years.
Tech with the points. I like the
Drunk college kids.
Get home.
All right, let me go. I've got. Did you go?
I'm done.
I got Arkansas plus 6.5. Not money line though. I got Texas A&M minus 5 because Ole Miss is done. Mississippi State under. I'm still holding on to it. It's not as good as it was. It's not as fun as it was. It's lost a couple times.
Get low.
Lakers Grizzlies under. Well, they're playing South Carolina, who's terrible. Lakers Grizzlies under 234.5, and I think that's. I don't know if I wrote it wrong or you wrote it wrong. It's a lot lower than that. I think it's like 230.
What's the deal? LeBron's out?
You go.
A while.
Smitty.
Keeping it light. Grizzlies minus 9 at home. No LeBron. Nets Bucks over. Blackhawks Coyotes over 6.
And you.
I'm going to take Nova minus 1.5. I'll take NC State plus the 6.5, and I'll take NC State money line.
Duke is. I'm not.
Yeah, they're really good, but they win a lot of close games at home.
No, they haven't.
Duke crashes the offensive glass. If NC State can limit that, I'll take a stab.
Duke's going to win by like 15.
Is NC State at home?
No, it's at Duke.
Oh, yeah.
And they lost them already.
NC State did get embarrassed the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also. They
Duke
came off
has
a bad
been playing
loss.
so good.
Seton Hall cannot score, and Frank's going to the game. I think Nova's going to make a run. Nova's winning tonight.
Frank's got a life.
Yeah.
Frank's just sat with fucking Spike Lee yesterday.
Unbelievable.
That was the funniest picture.
Also, Alabama can score.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm next.